Hello all. Today we are going to talk about speaking. Speaking has basically three parts. Before these three parts are started, there is one more part which is known as greeting and identification check. So, examiner is going to greet you and is going to tell you his or her name and is going to ask your name. So, first thing you have to note that is it morning, is it afternoon, or is it the evening time? Suppose if it is the morning time, you will say good morning and you will explain your full name. So the examiner is going to ask you, good morning, my name is Peter. What is your name? So in response to that question, you will say, good morning, my name is Lee Wing. Now, there are some points which you need to take care of. For example, if you are going to tell the name of the examiner, you should always remember that you don't have to use titles before the first name of the examiner. For example, you can say good morning Peter, but you cannot say good morning Mr. Peter. Yes, and the second point you have to take care is, as you say my name is Lee Wing, it's always advisable don't use is, only use my name, my names, my names, Lee Wing. Avoid saying my name is. So if you're saying my name's Lee Wing, that will clearly indicate that you are having a high level of pronunciation. And yes, always try to smile while you greet the examiner. And next, the examiner is going to ask you, what can I call you? So in response to that question, you will say, you can call me Lee, or you may tell, please call me Lee. Moving ahead to the next question, the examiner will ask you, where are you from? So to answer this question, you will say, I come from Chandigarh, or I'm from Hong Kong. So use I'm, not I am. Use the contraction. I'm from Hong Kong. Now, You can add a little bit more to the same answer. I come from Chandigarh, which is in the north of India. So we have added this clause that will clearly indicate that you know a high level grammar. Now, the next point that you have to take care of is do not explain further or ask any questions to the examiner. For example, I'm from Hong Kong. Have you been there? Or I'm from Hong Kong. You must visit Hong Kong. Please do not ask any questions or recommend anything to the examiner. Keep it short and simple. Now, in this before part 1 session, the last question that the examiner is going to ask you is about your identification. So he or she will ask you, could I see your identification, please? Now, there are two things that you can do. First of all, you just hand over your identification to the examiner, or you can say these sentences while hand overing your identification. And the sentences are, here you are, or you may say, of course, here it is, or you may say, here you are. I think I have repeated this last one. So it's always recommended that you should say these sentences. Here you are, of course, here it is, or you may say, please, here is my identification. So these are some tips that can kickstart your speaking session, and I wish you all the best and see you in the another session of speaking, and there we will discuss the part 1, part 2 and part 3. Thank you all.